It is the 25th of April. It's another Friday. We're back again with the weekly vol. How's it going, people? Hopefully, gonna have a lovely, lovely trading show this week, and that's because we are not only joined by another derivative protocol, but it's one of the best ones around, actually. One of the OGs in the space. So we're joined by Gains Network, and representing them today is Brian. So super glad to have you on the show today. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you guys?
Doing well as well, not too bad. I think the market's green, so happy days. I've been enjoying the market recently, especially over the last couple of days. Some of my trades have gone in my favor, so I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, otherwise, I can't complain.
Awesome. Yeah, the market's been that's quite the turmoil. I mean, I've been here since 2019 in the space, and aside from COVID, this is up there. That market turmoil was breathtaking in its scope. How red we went, and I was punished. I was punished for my positions, but now things are looking a lot better. So I think we have a bright future ahead, especially with some of the the legislative weight taken off the shoulders of crypto from the USA. So I'm happy to see the green for sure.
Absolutely, and just for a lot of our users who might not be familiar with yourself or Gains, could we get like a little background or a little intro about yourself as well?
Yes, absolutely. I am Brian. I'm part of the marketing team at Gains Network or Gains.trade. We have been around since 2021 in the perp space, launching on mainnet, moving to Polygon, expanding to Arbitrum, expanding to Base, expanding to Solana with a special deployment there. Gains has been around a long time, and I've been with them a long time. I started as a community member, like much of the team, actually. We started just in the community, watching the lead dev, the single dev, Seb, build from scratch, completely bootstrap protocol, no VCs, only community members. The biggest holders are OG community members. So this product is been here a long time. It's built itself organically. It's got a ton of great features, which we can share on the stream later. If you have the screen sharing, we can go over some of the stuff. And what's crazy about it is it started with the one man and his Telegram and his Asus laptop, and it's bloomed into a long-standing stalwart of the perp dexes on chain. Right? There's so many that are gone now, so many that have failed in their mission, but Gains.trade has hung on, has learned, has recovered from all kinds of scenarios and conditions that would have buried other teams, and has kept on going and expanding. And again, there's not been a single VC involved from the start. So I think Gains.trade is an amazing product with an amazing history, and it's just getting better and better. With future releases coming, they're going to come hard too, and we'll talk about that if we have time on the show later.
Oh, that's amazing to hear. And yeah, I've been following Gains for a number of years as well. And yeah, super glad to have you guys here today. It looks like Joseph is here as well. So how's it going, sir? Joseph also from the Gains team as well.
Hey, good morning, guys. Sorry for
Good
being delayed.
morning.
Didn't realize I had to join this one as well. So thank you for having me.
No, pleasure. I think it's a extra surprise for us as well. So happy to have you on as well. So let's kind of talk about the markets a little bit. I'll pull up the my personal chart for Bitcoin here as well. I mean the last week has been incredibly bullish actually. We were kind of in this kind of range where we actually went as low as 74K, and now kind of all of a sudden in the blink of an eye we're at 95, 96K. I mean, kind of surprising a little bit given kind of what's been going on. I'd love to hear kind of both of your takes as well, Brian and Joseph. Like, kind of, what have you thought about the market overall recently? How have you guys been trading it, if you have been? And like, where do you think kind of things are going to go in the near future as well?
Well, I've been maybe bullish too long. I held on to a lot of ETH at the market top and rode it down hard. As you know, ETH didn't perform too well. But I think overall, so there's multiple factors in play, right? We hit a bottom because of the tariff turmoil. We hit a hard, solid bottom, and now we're bouncing, of course. But now, what's capping the bounce? What's going to cap the bounce? There seems to be lots of institution and lots of company demand for Bitcoin. Of course, it's going to lead. And then we have a lot of legislative pressure that has been removed from the cryptocurrency industry. right? Trump has done amazing things for the cryptocurrency industry, even though his actions have seemingly brought the economy down quite a bit with the tariffs. So give or take there, I think it was a great chance to reset, which upon that candle down, I was respecking my portfolio and picking up stuff that I've wanted to own but didn't have initially. So I think it was a great time to, I ditched a good amount of ETH for some alts, and hopefully we can ride that up for the next few months because I feel bullish. I think things have changed for the better, and again, the legislative pressure is pretty much gone. We've been hearing good things from partners that have deep pockets and good lawyers, and they're happy with the situation in crypto. So if that's the case, why not? Why aren't we going to go up? All that money sidelined has to go somewhere, and why not one of the most lucrative risk-on assets out there, which is crypto in general? So I'm excited. I'm bullish. Trade wise, I mean, I traded some fart coin. That was
Oh,
fun,
really?
but I've been a little, I've been a little hesitant because man, my portfolio was really beat down. So I have been hesitant to go hard. So I've been very conservative with my trades and just doing a lot of spot currently.
Okay, understood, understood. And Joseph, on your side, how have you felt similar in terms of the market, and kind of what are the things that you've been trading personally as well?
Yeah, I would say I'm bullish as well, actually. I haven't been trading as much. Usually it distracts me from, grinding the usual work stream, so I tend to avoid actively trading at least, but I'm comfy in my GNS backs, if I'm allowed to say so, and I usually trade just to test out our UX and UI to sort of flag issues if there are any. So yesterday, for example, I've been trading some Floki and Fartcoin as well, coincidentally, but it's usually not turning out well for me, to be honest. But yeah, generally, I'm just bullish on innovation, I guess, and products that drive revenue, which I think GNS does. So I'm overexposed to GNS, I would say. So yeah, that's it for me, I guess.
As you should be if you're building there for sure. So
Yeah.
makes sense. I think the last few weeks, as you can see from this chart, I mean, last couple of months, you could argue, has been a little bit rocky. Do you think that we're kind of getting, through this kind of rocky phase, and maybe there's a bit more clarity with things like tariffs and kind of what's been going on in the markets overall? I mean, the stock market has had its own kind of shakes as well. Do you think that we're kind of getting through this now, and with a bit more clarity, we can actually work our way up? And are you guys in the camp that Bitcoin will see let's say an all-time high, which isn't actually that far away now, maybe in the next couple of months or later this year?
I think I'm definitely the camp where it could do it. I think
Yeah.
we can do it. I think the industry is just seeing so much adoption, so much TradFi adoption is moving in, and what's now that the clarity legislative wise is coming in as well, what's going to stop it? What's going to stop Bitcoin from being the risk on asset of this market recovery? I don't see much to stop it. Like it's amazing to see where it's come from and what it's doing now. And then, of course, alts will follow. Hopefully, we get a lot of good price action on GNS, a lot of good price action alts, and we see that innovation blossom. Again, I think it's perfect conditions. It was initially bad conditions with the tariff just destroying everything, but I think now, if the greater market recovers slowly, I think crypto will recover much faster.
Fine, fine. And you mentioned something interesting there, kind of talking about Bitcoin kind of moving fast and then altcoins moving after. Uh, the market hasn't really shown like a true alt cycle. I think over the last year, we've had like pockets of maybe a few weeks at a time of like a sector performing well, like for example AI agents maybe about 3 or 4 months ago, and maybe meme coins earlier before that. But for a lot of, let's say, DeFi protocols, their native tokens really haven't had a bull market. Do you think like something like that, especially when you mentioned the word innovation, is coming this year? Or do you think like we're just in a completely different market to that of last cycle, and things like that are just going to be a little more hard to come by?
Gosh, I don't know. I don't think innovation's gone. I think DeFi was suppressed by the last administration. I'm really kind of focus on everything they were doing that would hamper anybody from wanting to push DeFi products, especially with the long arm of the SEC constantly reaching, even overseas, towards teams that are building something like RWA assets on chain, right? So I think with that gone, right, we can see a DeFi resurgence. We can see teams that aren't afraid to experiment again. We can see that all the SEC has dropped its cases on all the different crypto products, even Richard Hart, which is crazy. We don't, not too many people have a good opinion about him. I don't have an informed enough opinion about the product to really make that call, but it's just gone. That weight is gone.
Yeah.
So now innovation, hopefully DeFi 2.0, whatever, DeFi AI, whatever you want to see evolve from this can grow without being cut off at the roots, cut off at the stem as it's just sprouting up, So hopefully we see DeFi really blossom and get a proper alt season now. So let's see it, let's hope for it too, because all alts have been hammered aside from the meme coins and aside from some AI plays, but it's time to grow again.
Okay. I can feel the bullishness from your voice. I love it. And Joseph, what are your thoughts on it? Do you have a similar kind of perspective, or maybe a contrarian perspective as well?
No, I would say I'm in the same camp pretty much. Like with gold consistently breaking all-time highs every single week for the
We can have a
past.
look at the gold chart as well whilst we're at it.
Yeah. I guess it's dipping as we speak, but yeah, I mean, the things are shaping up for Bitcoin to do a similar thing, I would say. And as Brian mentioned, like all these cases that are dropped, people feeling like the space is recognized with institutions as well. I feel like there's nothing that should be stopping Bitcoin from breaking all-time highs as well. So at least up until, what is it, 110K, I'm bullish, where we'll definitely see some resistance. But no, I'm bullish for the entire year basically. And as you guys mentioned, like all should naturally follow. Perhaps not everyone, every single all, but I think at least the ones that have held up are still active. Yeah, should do well.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Are you finding that you yourself, or maybe some of your users, are trading more of these assets like gold rather than crypto assets or altcoins, given the like recent performance as well?
I would say the majority of our volume is still coming from cryptos. And in all fairness, we've had Forex and commodities disabled for a while, so our user base has yet to get used to them being back again.
Mhm.
But considering the volatility that is not just on gold here, but also the Forex pairs that we have related to all these tariff headlines, we see the volumes picking up again. And yeah, we're actually looking to bring more of these pairs as well to the platform to sort of play into the narrative as well. So yeah, the majority of our volume is for sure driven by crypto, and especially the major ones. But the more and more users are aware of those assets being on our platform, we see those categories picking up as well. So yeah, that's it.
No, very cool, very cool. I pulled this chart up, especially as a Brit, seeing the pound's performance against the dollar, and really seeing like the pound this year doing pretty well. Maybe probably less so because the pound is doing well, but more so because of weakness in the dollar. But yeah, I think having a place to trade this on chain is pretty important actually. And yeah, you guys are kind of back with Forex on chain. I think this is a sector that I truly believe that I think DeFi hasn't really tapped into well, and you guys are, you could argue pioneering this as well, aren't you?
I would say we've
Yeah,
been
absolutely.
RWAs through perps on chain for sure. I wouldn't say we are the single venue where it's possible right now, but we've definitely been pioneering and yeah, continuing to try and improve these markets to make them accessible for anyone. Sorry,
No.
Brian, I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. I was going to say the same. Yeah, we've had Forex for a long time. We added gold later on. We had stocks at one point too. There's so much that G Trade has pioneered in the past, and things have been just humming along. There has been times where we had to turn things off and adjust things, but I think some perp dexes, they might struggle with the complexity of these markets, right? There's so many markets, so much to watch, so much to be wary of when you're listing these different assets from both internal smart contract risk and then external actors as well. There's just so much going on. You need a team that has been there, done that to survive in this market, right? So G-Trade has been there. They have had Forex, they've had crypto, they've had commodities, they've had stocks. This team's very experienced. So we love hosting these assets, and we're glad that people trade them on our product.
No, it's amazing, and I love to see kind of what's coming next as well, because it sounds like there's potentially so much more coming as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's even for the base product of the base G-Trade product is
Yep.
going to launch V10 soon, and it's just going to get better and better. It's a builder's product, truly. The devs have built through every season, be they bull or bear, to deliver a quality trading experience on chain.
Amazing.
So
amazing.
we're excited.
Amazing. So are you you guys, you mentioned some of the things that you've been trading, things like Fartcoin, especially as well. Are you trading any commodities per se, or are you trading indices, or maybe equities, or even bond products, or anything else? Maybe even outside of crypto as well, like anything on that regard either.
Oh man, no, I am a single issue man here. I am crypto savvy. Of course, I've had an E-Trade account for years and years. I've done a bunch of different stocks over the years, but once I discovered crypto, it was like literally liquid crack right in my veins. So there's no place to get returns like this. There's no place to have fun like this. I mean, even the strongest coin of this recent mini bear, or this this bull trap, if you want to call it bear trap, whatever you want to consider it. Fartcoin. I mean, you don't get that anywhere else. You don't get the ridiculous performance of crypto in any other market that I could think of. So this is kind of my bread and butter. Of course, to have my IRA, my retirement account, all that good stuff. But what I focus on every day is trading here, and the returns have been far more lucrative than I could ever hope, I think, in the stock market without betting the farm on a perpetual trade. But I don't know the stock market, so I kind of stay stuck in the crypto sphere myself.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm the same as well, and yeah, I just wanted to kind of highlight how strong the performance of an asset like Fartcoin in this kind of market regime as well. From the beginning of March to now, up a humongous amount, a colossal amount, and the thesis "hot air rises" continues to play out. Did you guys have a similar thesis, or did you guys have something else on your mind as well when it came to trading this?
I only needed to hear that hot air rises and billions fart to buy into this.
I was hesitant myself. I had to watch the chart. I looked at that rounded bottom, the cup and handle, and I think I got in on that first dip. I didn't quite get in on the rounded bottom there, but so many altcoins got crushed. But after I saw it continuing to outperform against the more volatile days, I was just telling everybody in the Telegram chat, guys, Fartcoin, it's going to go up. It's not going to be stopped. And I put in a big spot position, a small few perp plays, and I've been happy with it. I mean, you got to look for that strength in the market when things go down, and Fartcoin had the strength, unfortunately, or fortunately, really depending on what side are you on.
No, it really did. It really did have a lot of strength, and yeah, I think it's performed exceptionally well. So yeah, to everyone who traded Fartcoin, I think they've done fantastic. I personally didn't trade Fartcoin. I kind of missed the boat on that. But I was fortunate in that I was able to trade maybe some of the other darlings of CT, the likes of let's say Hyperliquid, who now as a layer one chain as well have also had a really strong performance in their token too. I think these two assets I've really noticed like two of the most native CT assets that I've seen in a long time, with Fartcoin as well and Hyperliquid. So yeah. Where do you kind of see something like Filecoin going next? Do you think this has the strength to just keep running for now, or do you think maybe we're going to chop and consolidate for a little while? I mean, there's still a long way to go before it gets anywhere near that all-time high. Another 116% to go, which is massive. But yeah, how do you guys kind of see this, and how are you playing it as well? Again, for the viewers watching, nothing is financial advice here. We're just talking our own personal opinions.
We're just talking about Farcoin, guys. NFA. Yeah, no, I personally sold most of my Farcoin bag to put it into Sol because I had to sell a lot of Sol for personal reasons during the downturn, which was unfortunate, and I wanted to keep a bag of it. So I converted already, and now I'll just play with a smaller bag. Personally, I mean, yeah, I could see it going to $2 or so, within the greater context of good Bitcoin performance. Pretty easy. I could see it going back to its all-time high. Will it crab? I mean, that's just kind of depends. It's got so much strength. It's ridiculous how much strength this product has and how much mind share it's captured in the greater CT community. So I think it's going to run pretty hard. I think there'll be little dips, of course, but nothing. I don't see it going with a major correction unless the market corrects, of course. But provided we're on a good bull for BTC, yeah, it's going to go up. Maybe I should get more again. I don't know. I need to be. I'm a careful trader. I took some profits on it. I rolled it into Sol. I got a big bag of Sol again, like I had during the run up to 260 on Sol. So I'm happy. So let me be happy, and let me not. I better sit on my hands with this one.
Yep. We've got some comments. Fart Boy is the next ticker. Joseph, how about you? Joseph, how about yourself? Anything that you're specifically looking at with Filecoin as well? Or is this something that you think can potentially just keep running to all-time highs, or are you expecting a bit of consolidation here? I did actually just drew some kind of areas of potential resistance that we've had in the end of December, and then again in January here. We're getting a little bit close to that. It'll be interesting to see what the reaction is around that point from a technical perspective. But I mean, fundamentally, I think the thesis remains intact, right?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, as you highlighted here, it's in an interesting spot. Just looking at the chart, I don't see any significant levels after this to at least take all-time highs. I'm wondering, has it already passed stock we've had, for example, on a relative basis?
Yes, I believe it has. Yeah.
I think at least from the Solana ecosystem, this one has the most mind share for now. So
yep.
Whatever meme coin is above Fartcoin in the Solana ecosystem should be flipped, but I'm not sure if there's any left there on a relative basis. But yeah, just looking at it technically and narrative wise and crypto Twitter mindshare, I would say it should be doable to break all-time high again. Honestly, I don't hold Fartcoin at the moment. I only traded it at like 150x leverage yesterday on our own platform. I liquidated 3 times or twice. So yeah, not the greatest story on my end when it comes to Fartcoin, but it looks good for sure.
Joseph, you mentioned something very interesting there, talking about mindshare. How much of a metric, I think this is, I should say, for those of you who aren't aware, this has been a metric that I think has really, really taken crypto a storm over the last 12 months. And I see a lot more people using this mindshare metric. How important is it to you guys, and how often do you use like a metric like mindshare from the likes of Kaito?
To me, it's like hard to or at least measure the concept of mindshare. I think crypto Twitter at least is still the main distribution channel for meme coins or projects more broadly. So whoever plays the crypto Twitter game well has a good shot at attracting investors and perhaps gaining that premium on your asset that is related to your project. And yeah, there's tools like Kaito that would help you to gain that mind share. But yeah, it's perhaps too broad of a question to really answer. But it's an interesting dynamic, and I'm personally not quite sure where the balance is between trying to play the crypto Twitter mindshare game and paying for it as well, and yeah, trying to attract crypto Twitter eyes at least, because I feel like it's expanding to other media as well. But yeah, it's just an interesting concept. I don't know how to measure it, to be honest. But yeah, as a project, you should just do anything to stay on top of the funnel when it comes to you know, yeah, basically mindshare. So yeah, it's hard to say. Oh, this is the
Yeah,
chart.
yeah, I agree. Mindshare is difficult, but I'm more of a feel guy, so I'm on Twitter like every day, searching for every possible thing, and I see a lot of topics that gather the mind share on my personal feed, and that causes me to explore those topics, explore those cryptos. But not all mind share equals good product. Sometimes things have a lot of mind share and they crash and burn. So it's one metric you want to have on your side when you have a good product too. So for sure.
Yep, no, absolutely. And that's kind of also why I just pulled up the Kaito chart here, because these guys seem to have been like working really hard in this kind of with this mindshare metric, and they've got a platform that really has itself a lot of attention. Some people may be interested in trading something like this, and yeah, I thought I'll just pull up the chart here. Not the worst looking chart in the world. I think they've had quite a few nice green candles here. So yeah, let's kind of see where something like this goes, whether it comes down to that support or whether it kind of goes to the range highs again. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, no, I personally have started to use Mindshare a lot. I think this cycle especially. I think last cycle. You kind of get a feel on CT about what's hot, what's not hot. But now that you have like this actual tangible number that you can use to kind of determine what things are relatively, I think has been really, really interesting. And I did actually even come across a new protocol as well, called Noise, where you can actually trade the actual mindshare as well, which I think is a really interesting novel like instrument. Let's see kind of how popular something like that can get, but I certainly had a bit of fun, trading the mind share of certain protocols relative to one another. It was something very, very different, and yeah, I thought it was quite fun. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to check it out yet.
I haven't
No,
actually. What's the name
I have
again?
not seen Noise.
It's called it's just called Noise. Yeah. Let me see if I can pull it up on screen. Let's see.
Noise XYZ.
That's right. That's right.
Interesting.
Let me see if.
Oh yeah, I saw this actually a couple of days ago.
Yeah. Let's see if I can pull up anything for it. I'll see if I can find any tweets or anything. Here we go. This is like kind of just a picture of kind of what it looks like, but you can kind of see like you get to choose all the different projects. They have like this number that represents their mindshare, and you can basically long or short them. I don't know. I think it's in testnet right now, so this isn't live, but it's just something different, something new, and I think it's like a kind of I guess a new way, and that's with something very, very popular now, which is mindshare.
Yeah,
So,
it allows you to sort of trade pre-TGE projects as well, like Monad here, or
yeah, absolutely. And you could probably do some pretty fun pair trades, a short monad, long mega ETH or something like that, depending on what you're more bullish on. Yeah, very, very cool. Looking forward to seeing something like this actually go live.
if you would come to the pair trade Monad Mega ETH, how would you take it? Which one would you long? Which one would you short at this moment in time?
I personally would probably go with long mega ETH, short monad. Not because I'm super bearish monad, but because I think relatively, I think mega ETH has more to gain right now. Especially from, I mean, if you're looking at the mindshare perspective, look, mega ETH is half of that of monad, or just a little over half of that of monad. So, but I think both chains have, potentially a lot of success coming to them, hopefully. So, but yeah, I think mega ETH has, a pretty good upside. An app like Noise, for example, is actually on mega ETH as well. So I think if you see a few high quality apps like that, I don't see why mega ETH won't be a success.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I would agree here, actually, looking at the.
How about you? Brian?
I do see a lot of noise on Mega ETH. So if there is something that's going to run in the next few months and they have a good points campaign or anything like that, it's in the bag, I think, for Mega ETH to attract a lot of TVL, a lot of attention. Other than that, yeah, I mean, OpenSea, I don't know about that. I think they're launching a token soon, or maybe they already did an airdrop. Yeah, I don't know. The only one I know enough about to believe in is probably Mega ETH. Um, I know, all about Pump.Fun, but is it going to recover after that disastrous bull run? I don't know. The mind share has turned negative towards Pump.Fun and its effects on the greater crypto industry. So I think if I have to say I would long something, it'd probably be Mega ETH closer to any of their points or launch.
What's so interesting is you can see the short to long ratio. Look at the short ratio on Pump Fun. It's completely
They
red.
hate it. They hate it. Everybody hates it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
it was fun until it wasn't, and then we saw the there was so much development on the Pumped Up Front drama sector there with the live stream calling out other creators that are just using it as a personal piggy bank and so forth and so on. And talk about the token launches. All that was such a mess. How much it extracted from the crypto market, how much it pulled away from real projects that have a income streams. That's all to be speculation, but it was probably a lot. So I'm guilty. I use Pump.Fun. I didn't use it every day, but I tried it, and I threw some bids down, but they never panned out. Of course, like 99.99999 repeating percent of them
Yeah.
didn't. So what can I say? I was an early Farcoin buyer, but that was at a few million market cap, and I sold that too early that last run. So hopefully, won't make that same mistake.
Fair
I
enough.
actually got the coin, the first graduated coin on Pump.Fun.
Oh, really? Wow.
Never really took off. So it's and after that I didn't really engage with Pump.Fun. So I guess that's where my story ends regarding Pump.
So I mean, other than trading spot and maybe trading pubs via G Trade as well, do you kind of like to participate in any other DeFi activities as well? Maybe like earning yield. You have LP strategies or kind of what you have on G Trade as well. Maybe even trying other instruments, maybe options or anything like that as well.
I personally I've done literally almost everything. I've been in the space so long. I've experimented so much. I was winding up my ETH with Aave. I went all in on G Trade. I did the vaults. I did our USDC vaults, our ETH vaults. I've staked ETH. I've staked nodes. I've done everything that I could think of. I've farmed. I've liquidity pooled on Uniswap V3, V2. I've done everything. Really, it hasn't all panned out. Like the most lucrative activity I can do in crypto is to buy a beat down real yield product and hold it for a year or two. Those have been where my returns have been. My biggest return being with GNS token from G Trade during its run to $12. Then we had real yield product, which was it was Unibot, if I recall.
Oh yeah.
Unibot had a run that bagged me 6 figs. And again, these are all buy and hold strategies, right? So the other products that I played with, the liquidity pools and stuff, those have never really returned a good buy and hold for me. So as far as lessons learned, find a good product with real yield. It will swing back around. The attention will turn back to it again. And like GNS and G Trade, it ran to 12 during a bear market, not a bull market, a bear market, and it did that. The chart looks a little messy, but I think we're starting to find our own rounded bottom, our cup and handle, and recover because the product has come so far. So again, yeah, I've done a lot, but if I have to make money, it's going to be buy and hold good products.
Fair enough. Let's see if I can pull up a GNS as well, and we can kind of have a look at it. Wow, it's actually done pretty well over the last few days. What is that? A bottom on the 7th of April, and now
And 95 cents or something. Yeah.
Wow, pretty good, pretty good. What is the for the viewers here? There's hundreds of people watching. What is the thesis behind GNS? Just for some of those who aren't aware.
Well, GNS is a real yield token, right? So it is the token that powers the G Trade ecosystem. It mints and burns based on vault health. It hasn't minted in a long time, right? Because in general, most traders lose their bets, and our vaults, which could be USDC, ETH, DAI, Ape on ApeChain, they are typically over collateralized with a healthy over collateral layer. So as long as we're over collateralized, then the profits of the trading platform are used to buy back and burn a percentage of GNS. So that's really where the value comes from, right? So even though we had a good downtrend there, we've hit bottom. The burn continues. We're now less. We started at 38 million tokens. We're now at 30.5 million, and this is over what, 2.5 years of when we've been burning GNS tokens. So you can see we're massively deflationary, right? And I think once the market realizes that, hey, look at G-Trade, look at GNS, and look how much they're burning, right? We burn on a relative basis. I think we burn far more than any other protocol out there. I think last I saw our 30-day out APY on the burn was something like 24%. So it's really aggressive. And again, it's adjusted when things need to be adjusted. The burn could be toned down or turned off completely if necessary to refill these vaults with some minted GNS, but that typically happens on a very rare occurrence. It hasn't happened I can't remember the last time it happened, honestly. I don't remember the last time we minted any GNS because traders, they trade. And the majority of them, I don't want to dissuade anybody from trading perps, but the majority of them lose, and it just keeps filling the vault and keeps burning GNS.
And and this is really what you were referring to, this kind of yearly
Yes.
disinflation, you should say. Yeah, very, very cool.
Yeah. So holders basically enjoy revenue from the platform through deflationary pressure on the supply by holding the token, which really has accelerated that deflationary pressure at the market. You can see on both charts there. I think it was November 14th, 2024, when all the staking rewards were used to or redirected to the burn. So before that red time mark or date mark, some of the revenue was also used to buy back and distribute GNS among holders and stakers, whereas now it's really used to buy back and burn the tokens from the supply, which allows for additional deflationary pressure alongside, as Brian kind of alluded to, a dynamic percentage of the trader P&L that is used to buy back and burn GNS as well. So
That's fantastic. It really goes to show that G-Trade is really earning, a ton of fees, and you guys have a really solid user base as well. How were you able to grow yourself to get this user base and get these loyal traders who keep coming back?
Well, this product, of course, is bootstrapped, right? Right from the beginning. As I mentioned, the lead dev Seb started on his Asus, right? He let the community farm the original token, which was called G Farm, and did a token redistribution to GNS. We burned our G Farm in exchange for GNS tokens. And the platform has been one of the OGs, right? When it first started, there was very few places to trade perps outside of your tier one sexes. So we launched prior to GMX. We launched with other products and similar idea like Cap, which was an older product, and there's been many that have come and gone. But when you come back to G-Trade, you're getting an honest team that's been here for years. We've got plenty of products to keep people happy to find what they want to trade. You can see there's just so many different tokens with the crypto forex commodities as well, and more or less, we think that we have personified fairness, right? We honor traders. Of course, there's always going to be someone that finds a problem with the platform, any platform. And when they bring that to our attention, we correct it or we talk about it in real terms. We show them the contract saying this is how it was supposed to work. And our devs are really on top of that. As a case in point, when Luna crashed, we were operational. And there were Luna shorts that were open. We paid to the absolute penny. We did not force close, scam wick, or do any kind of malicious acts to close out those heavily in profit Luna trades. Those shorts literally wrecked our vault and took our price down to something like 60 cents after that impact. And it forced GNS to mint to refill the vault for a few weeks to a few months. I can't remember how long that time frame was. But the point was that G-Trade did not force close anything. We paid out to the absolute penny every single one of those traders who shorted on G-Trade. So we are honest. We do not cheat. We do not disrupt the trades. We do not close things on the fly on a whim. We have to have good reason to do so. So G-Trade is an honest platform. We offer refunds if you've had problems that were caused by the platform itself. and we have all the components you want. We have lookbacks, which basically, if you're opening a trade, you will get the price at the time you place the trade. That oracle and the price at the time you place the trade is captured and honored. So we get very precise trades on G-Trade. In addition to the numerous other features such as one-click trading, which G-Trade pioneered. One-click trading lets you get sign a wallet that basically trades on your behalf, and you can trade everything like you're on a SEX. No more signing. Just click, trade, close, open, modify, stop loss, take profit. All that's done on the fly without any more signatures needed. So we've got a lot of innovation here. The UI UX is the best it's ever been. And we basically want to make sure that our traders feel valued, feel honored, and we're completely transparent and fair. So I think that's what has helped us maintain relevance, helped us grow. And again, being an OG, the experience the team has and how much we've seen behind the scenes from manipulators and all the different things that happen in crypto, this team is extremely experienced. And I think in the coming weeks, you'll see that how experienced they are is quite, will be quite obvious.
No, that's amazing and really, really good to hear. And I think you guys have been around for such a long time that you've been able to really perfect your craft. And now you've got a wonderful app. You've got lots of users. You've got pretty strong TVL, and you've got a business that's very successful. And yeah, wishing you guys the ongoing luck and ongoing success as well.
No, thank you. We appreciate it.
And it's such a cool app as well. I mean, look at the different assets that you can trade. You can trade all these different forex currencies as well. Even some kind of ones that I perhaps wouldn't have expected. The South African rand over here, and a bunch of others. Lots of British pounds, which is something that I'm happy to see here as well. And then of course you've got a bunch of commodities, including gold, silver, but also the metals and but also, sorry, I should say oil. You got platinum as well. Really, really cool to see this stuff. The fact that you actually can trade this is fantastic, and do it all on chain on a permissionless exchange like G-Trade is fantastic. I really, really like that. And the fact that you have this available is, yeah, I can't say how cool it is. It's very, very cool.
Appreciate the time here. And I think if you're interested in RWAs on chain, I think next week is going to be very interesting for G-Trade as well. So I guess that's a little tease that we can give here too.
A little alpha. Stay tuned for something coming out next week potentially.
And the kind words go both ways, by the way. Wishing IVX all the best too.
Thank you very much.
And I love it too. So
absolutely, keeping Arbitrum the place for perpetuals and real yield assets is high up on our list. It's been a great partner, and we have other partners, of course. We love Base, we love everyone. But take our recent Sol deployment for example. It's actually bridging seamlessly right through the Solana UI UX right into Arbitrum. So when you're trading on Solana, you're actually putting trades in through our EVM platform, but seamlessly. And it's one of our best onboarding processes that we've rolled out. It forces the user to use one-click trading. You create a special pin when you connect your wallet. You're instantly trading with your USDC once you send it to the wallet, and it's extremely smooth onboarding. And I think I've tried a lot of perps. I've tried Hyperliquid. I've tried other competitors over the years just to get a feel, and man, they cannot capture that feel that G-Trade has when you onboard the first time, connect and start trading all these assets permissionlessly, instantly, and without signatures. It's super smooth. So if anybody's Solana native, do give it a try and give us some feedback. We'd be happy to hear what y'all think of sol.gains.trade.
So the actual vault is the Arbitrum vault, or it's own vault on Solana?
No, correct. It's the Arbitrum vault.
Wow, how does that work?
USDC Arbitrum vault.
Like how do you manage that? That's incredible.
Yeah, the deployment is one of my favorite deployments we've done. Of course, we can do a full deployment, like Base is a full deployment, for example. But with Solana, what we did is we built the front end, we built the custom contracts in the back, we built the bridge. Well, again, the devs. I'm not a dev, so I can't speak for them. But they built a very clean, very slick UI UX that takes you seamlessly through Solana onboarding your USDC on Solana and gaslessly trading, but you're doing it on Arbitrum, right? So the magic behind the scenes, yeah, that's for someone like our dev Crumbtastic to describe if you ever get a chance to talk with him. But it's extremely fast. There is no, you don't feel like you're waiting for a bridge. You're waiting maybe 30 seconds max for your USDC to transfer, and then you're trading right then and there. And when you're ready to withdraw, boom, it's back in your Solana wallet. So it's I think one of the crowning achievements, in my opinion, of the recent dev activity. Right, we can deploy like this in multiple scenarios, and people will be able to trade with the asset from that chain right on that front end and feel like they didn't have to bridge or do anything weird at all. They're just trading.
That's fantastic. That's amazing. Yeah, that's really, really good. And yeah, I'm gonna try and play around with that later this weekend for sure. Very, very cool.
Awesome. Yeah, it's basically a dedicated UI that allows us to tap into non-EVM user bases that are accustomed to their Solana wallets, for example, here with Phantom. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's the best user experience in my opinion that you could get on Gtrade. Perhaps I shouldn't say it, but I've been personally using Gtrade Solana for the majority ever since. So if you're accustomed to Solana, then it's definitely worth a try. And yeah, Brian sort of highlighted, but you create basically a smart trader account on Arbitrum that is owned by your Solana wallet, so you always remain in full custody, while this smart trader account sort of abstracts away the complexities of setting up your one-click trading wallet and covering gas fees and ETH on Arbitrum. So yeah, even though I'm accustomed to EVM, I hate checking my balances, especially in times of congestion or a lot of traffic. I'm not sure what to call it on Arbitrum, but yeah, it's just a very easy way to tap into Gtrade's Arbitrum contracts without managing the complexities that EVM sometimes still has, in my honest opinion. So
Yeah, no, totally makes sense. And yeah, I think if you've got a fantastic experience, that's great. I'm a little bit wary of time, so I'm going to just ask one last question to you both. More of a fun kind of question as we kind of like to wrap up the show. If you had to pick, 3 specific narratives that you are most bullish on for the rest of the year, what would both of you pick? Maybe Brian, you can go first, and Joseph after. It can be any specific sector, any specific asset, whether it's crypto or non-crypto, like just kind of 3 specific things that you're most bullish on.
Yeah, that's a good one. So I think DeFi is coming back. I think it will come back hard. I think the legislation kind of moving away is going to allow us to flourish in the DeFi space. So one, it's DeFi. I've repositioned some of my assets into more hardcore DeFi products. RWA in the form of stable coins. Ecosystems like Athena is something I've been watching closely.
Yeah.
I think that is going to be a massive boom, especially because they're going to let you, do the KYC side, which is not interested to me, but to the institutions it is, and then the on-chain, do as you wish side is there too. So I think that's a very interesting narrative for Athena. And then in the real world, I think robotics. I know it's early to call Tesla, something that's going to recover, but if their robotics sector is going to be as lucrative as commenters on CT or on Twitter have pointed out in the next 10 to 15 years, why not grab a bag, right? Just ride it and see, maybe you get a token, maybe you get a token split, a stock split in the future, because that's going to be a massive industry. So I think those 3 things. So 1 outside of crypto, 2 inside of crypto.
Interesting. Very, very good choices there as well. Joseph, how about yourself?
I'm a little bit of the same expectations, I guess. I think DeFi will definitely make a comeback through stable coins as well, and I think Perps to date is the best product market fit for crypto, I would say. So I'm still bullish on Perps, so DeFi, Perps, and stable coins, and then I would like to think that a lot of people will flock to sort of revenue generating protocols, but I don't want to be naive, so I actually am bullish on meme coins still. So a select group of meme coins will do well, and I guess it also relates to RW or DeFi, which is just bringing RWAs on chain, whether it's tokenized equities, perps, for equities on chain or anything really. I think there's a protocol that actually does perps on real estate markets, for example, as well. I think that's a great concept too. So anything really related to DeFi, RWAs, stable coins, I think will do well if the product manages to find distribution. So yeah, that's the things that I'm looking at.
Yeah, and I just thought I'll just quickly share that. There's one on Solana. It's called Parcel. I don't know if this is the one that you're referring to.
That's the one, actually. Yeah. I saw this, I think it was 2 weeks ago or something. I was like, oh, wow. And
Yeah, it's super
the
cool.
amounts of volume were pretty impressive. I'm not sure how real or organic it is. For example, I saw Austin. Is that what I have a hard time seeing it here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed by the amounts of volume. I'm not sure if that's on a 24-hour basis, but yeah.
I think this is 1 month, last 1 month. Actually, daily volume is a little less. Oh, yeah, this is a 1 month, but I think I can I do 1 year? Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Oh, that's
crazy. in my opinion.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting to dive in as well. And I haven't looked into the Parcel token if it's there at all, but yeah, things like that are just cool, and I think it's much more efficient on chain than trying to get access through structured
Yeah, no,
products or whatever. So
yeah, I'm completely with you. I really do like these kind of protocols. They are a little bit different. They are a little bit niche, but they're completely new ways to speculate. You know, who would have thought maybe even 5 years ago that one day we'd be able to just kind of one click and kind of let's say, here you go, you've got property in Dubai. You know, I want to long or short property in Dubai. I can just do so in 2 clicks with a UI like this. I mean, it's pretty cool and. Yeah, I think some pretty crazy funding there. You know, maybe you could do some funding rate arbitrage in real life.
on our way to Dubai as we speak to make this arbitrage happen.
But yeah, no, I totally am with you. I think I think RWAs are going to be really fun. There's going to be so many different protocols that have their own unique twist to it. And yeah, I think as a user, as a DeFi maxi, I think I'm very excited to not only be helping trying to build some of them, but also enjoy using them as well. So yeah, I think with that, Brian, Joseph, I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show this week. Because I really enjoyed it. Really hearing a different perspective from you guys. Also, as a builder of a derivative protocol, to kind of hear some of your experiences and refreshing to hear some of your successes as well with GTrade. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for that. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Best of luck with all of the product stuff coming out as well through you guys as well. And we'll definitely be keen to have you on the show again, later on. Perhaps you can kind of showcase some of these new updates as well to us all.
Awesome. Thank you. You've been a great host. So we appreciate letting us come on.
Likewise, man. And have a great weekend too. And appreciate your time and an invitation. Would love to be on another time.
Awesome. And to the hundreds of people who are watching this live on Twitter right now, thank you for spending your Friday with us. We'll hopefully see you again perhaps next week. I will be at Token 2049, so it might be a little bit tricky, but I'll keep you guys updated. If not, the following week we'll be back to our normal schedule every Friday with the weekly vol. If you haven't already, you can go and come to IVX right now and trade your favorite options that you want to do right now, whether it's Bitcoin or ETH or Bearer. You can kind of do so right now. So go and enjoy that over the weekend. Have some fun with it. But otherwise, have a lovely weekend, guys, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.
Bye-bye.